Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fallout 76. My name is Camel, and today I'm going to show you how to acquire the unique 10mm submachine gun known as Perfect Storm. A very handy weapon for all early level players and perhaps even higher level players if you can mod it out correctly to suit your needs. Now, if you are into this kind of stuff, links to my other Fallout 76 videos can be found down in the description, along with my social media links. Be sure to check all of that out after this video. Now, we'll also run through the quest attached to the weapon, known as a cold case, so spoiler warning, and of course we'll have an overview for the weapon as well, a timestamp for which can be found down in the description. Now, as far as I'm aware, there is no level requirement for this quest, but given the caliber of enemies we'll be facing and the level requirement of the Perfect Storm being level 10, I'd suggest, naturally, that you be level 10 or higher before attempting this quest. So the first thing we'll need to do is make our way to Wavy Willard's Water Park. On the map, it can be found right here, where my character is currently standing. It's right about in the center top of the map, clearly marked by this giant alligator/crocodile. Now, once here, be warned, there are many scorched throughout the park, so come prepared to fight them off, and remember to always wear sunscreen in water parks, kids, or you'll turn into the scorched. I mean, I can only assume that's what happened here, right? White dudes at a water park equals scorched. That's what happens to me anyway. So once we're here, what we'll want to do is head right under the alligator's mouth, where we can find Miss Annie. We'll need to listen to her story.
Excusez-moi, you there. You're here to find Freddy? His father. He put a tracker on Freddy that the lovely boy could not remove. But on that terrible day, it stopped. The policemen, they tried. It was simple. Clues were found here. Then came all of this. My Freddy, he was not found. He could live, no? You live, so he could. Such a clever boy. Now, maybe a man. Such a long time to wait for word of mon petit chou. But Nanny, she cannot bypass privacy protocol. To enter the security office is unauthorized. Maybe you can enter?
A touching tale that will set us on the quest that we need to be on, called Cold Case. Now, all of this will be marked with quest markers on our map, so at any stage, don't worry, you won't get lost, just follow the quest markers for the quest. The first thing we'll need to do is head to the office. The door is locked, but there is a giant hole in the wall on the other side, so once here, just jump through the hole in the wall and head onto the terminal. Trespassing. Notice all employees. In the early morning hours of October the 15th, a section of our park fence was scaled by an intruder. This individual attempted to break into the storerooms in the underground employee restricted area, but was disturbed in the act of prying the door open by our alert watchman. This criminal ran off and managed to escape his just punishment. This doesn't seem to be the local kids because commie propaganda denouncing the war effort was dropped as the intruder fled. The police have been alerted to the possibility of a plot and are on the lookout. If you have any information to provide, contact management immediately. Kidnapping, that sounds like our quest. Notice all employees. Everyone has heard about the missing child, Freddy, who may have been kidnapped from our very own water park as part of some anti-war protest. Management and our security staff are working closely with the Grafton police to find the child. Any employee that is able to come in to help review security holotapes will be paid overtime for the hours they spend. October 19th. Day shift notes. Looked at the Slither slide and Kitty slide for 12 hours. Found a tape that is probably the kid getting nabbed at the Slither. I think the kid knew the guy. Put it in the security office safe till the feds or whoever can come get it. Pete. October 23. 3 hours of concessions. Got a guy acting real weird about a package. Might be the same guy as the slide tape. Setting it aside, I'll bring it to the office end of shift. Tom. So the holotape was put into the security safe, which is just over there on the floor. We'll need to break into it with lockpicking. Luckily, it requires a skill of 0, so anyone can do it provided you have a bobby pin. Now, what we'll find in here is the WWWP Slither Slide 10/17/2077 daily holotape.
Hey there, Freddy. Hey, where's your nanny? know what? I have a surprise for you. I don't want the other kids to see, though. They might get jealous.
What is it? What's my surprise? I want to see it. Please. Please. Where is it?
I don't think your nanny will like it. Let's take off your ID there so she can't find you. And then I can take you to the surprise. Oh, what's that sound, boys and girls? Slither slide! Swoosh! Splash!
Interesting, but we need more clues. The second holotape clue that we need to find and listen to can be found in a basement underneath the entrance to the Croccolossus mountain ride. The entrance to this basement can be found on the western side of the building. I'm just telling you that because despite there being a quest marker, it took me a while to figure out how to actually get into the building. So once down in the basement, we'll need to head to the maintenance cabinet where we'll find the WWWP log ride entry 10/17/2077 daily holotape.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Wavy Willard's Water Park. How can I help?
Howdy. Was wondering where that box is for the mail. The one that puts a special stamp on the letter.
Oh, you can find it over by the Croccolossus mountain entrance. Right over that way.
So now if we head back out of the basement, on the same side as the building as where the entrance was, there is a small mailbox, the very same one we just heard about. Inside it, we can find something called the Clarksburg P.O. Box 12. I don't know if this is a key or a package or a what, but we will need it for later on, and we can also find a letter to the media. Mail to Quinn Carter, Charleston Herald, Miss. This key lets you open my box with all the evidence you need. I sent it to you because the truth has got to come out. You're Appalachia's most trusted news source, and people will listen if you do an investigation. Grafton Steel has been violating safety standards and getting people killed with the toxic sludge they're dumping into the water. They shouldn't get away with this just because they're doing military work for the war. Little kids are dying. And now a little kid's gone missing. So now we'll need to go to the Slither slide to retrieve the kid's secure ID. To get to the top, all we need to do is head over to the slide, then go to the bottom of the tower and make our way up the stairs. Once at the top, we'll have to have a rummage through the yellow wooden crate for the Kid Secure ID. Kid Secure keeps your kids safe. Serial number 132563, made for Freddy Wood. Status error. Brilliant. It's working well. Now from here, we'll need to check out that P.O. Box 12 in Clarksburg, which is found directly to the south of the water park that we're already at, and again will be marked with a quest marker. Now the journey to Carlsberg is very dangerous and very radiation heavy, so it's the perfect time to put on your hazmat suit. Now if you don't already have a hazmat suit or know why you need one, luckily for you, I've already got a guide showing you where to get a hazmat suit and all the things that it does for you. It's a must-have and a lifesaver. Now, once again, like most locations, Clarksburg is swarming with various enemies, so don't expect a warm welcome, unless it's nuclear heating from radiation poisoning. But once here, we'll need to find the post office. It will be marked with a quest marker, so you should have no issue. Once here, jump onto the Clarksburg Public Records Terminal inside the post office, then hit search by box number. Of course, we want to check out that P.O. Box 12. Now this will give us the address of one Otis Pike at 316 West Wilford Street, Grafton. Naturally, we'll now need to head to this address, which can be found to the southwest of where we currently are, in the town of Grafton. Again, follow the quest marker. Now, I didn't have to fight anything on my way here, but I'd suggest you stay on your toes as there's a lot of things out there ready to kill you. So once we get to this address, head into the house and head down into the basement where we can find a terminal, which sheds a lot of light on this story so far. Diary. It's probably dumb to write this down, but I gotta get my thoughts down somewhere, so I guess this is my diary. February 26, 2077. Now Colton and Leland have passed on, the steel mill just keeps pumping poison out. I'm not sure what to do. What can I do? I can't get other work with my back being so bad, and Arthur is kin. May 7th, 2077. That cute little Susie Jenkins died horrible with lumps growing inside her little body. I feel so bad for her folks. No one should have to bury a little child like that. I don't see that I have any choice. Arthur can't see past the dollar signs and doesn't give a crap about anything. People are dying. May 14, 2077. I finally did it. I secretly told the news about what's happening here. The safety rules are ignored and kids are dying. It's not right. June 28, 2077. Oh boy, I stirred up the hornet's nest. There's protesters and reporters and all kind of people camping outside the steelworks now. They're blocking the trucks and such. They are real riled up. July 2nd, 2077. The soldiers came and cleared those folks out and posted guards with guns. Arthur was laughing about it today, talking about those commie whiners getting what's coming to them. I guess I gotta try something else to make things right. August 14, 2077. Got fired today and booted off the premises. Said they knew I was helping the protesters. Guess being kin doesn't matter. Arthur didn't even talk to me himself. I guess I have to find another way. Correspondence. Kid Secure. From Kid Secure Customer Support to Otis Pike. Subject: Tracking Features. Dear Mr. Otis Pike, I'm sorry to hear about the issues you've been experiencing with your son's Kid Secure. Only an authorized adult that's been added to the account can remove the bracelet. We keep your kid secure. I've attached the override instructions as you requested. Please let us know if you have further questions. Well, I guess we know who took the Kid Secure ID off Freddy Woods, and give us Otis's last name is Pike and not Woods. I'm gonna say he isn't his father. Dam Safety Inquiry. From Grafton Dam to Otis Pike. Subject: Dam Safety Inquiry. Mr. Pike, I'm happy to assure you that Grafton Dam is an amazing marvel of technological achievement. We have found that humans make too many mistakes, so other than a remote oversight capability, the Grafton Dam is fully automated. I would be happy to arrange a tour for you if you are interested further. Sincerely, Quentin Giese, Community Outreach Manager. Okay, so Otis is going to get some alone time at the dam. He's probably the one that abducted Freddy Wood. Dun dun dun, where's this going? Kin. From Arthur Wood, Grafton Steel. Now Arthur Wood has the same last name as Freddy Wood being the kid and Arthur Wood being the one in charge of the dam dumping chemicals into it. So let's read on. To Otis Pike, subject: kin? Question mark? No, just no. We aren't related, you and I. Molly was the love of my life, and while she lived, I had to deal with your crap. What were you thinking trying to screw me over with the protesters at the dam? You tried to take advantage of my memory of your sister. The hell with you. Freddy likes you. I can't prevent the Kid Secure from letting you locate him since Molly trusted you as a guardian. Just go away. Otis. Alright, that's painted a pretty clear picture. Arthur was married to Molly. Molly was Otis' sister. Arthur's dumping Grafton Steel waste into the water supply. Otis tried to stop him, and now Arthur's kid, Freddy Wood, has gone missing, and we found an email that had Otis resetting his access to the Kid Secure tag. So Otis Pike has abducted Freddy Wood, trying to get back at Arthur Wood, and now we'll be heading to Grafton Dam. Whew. Now, Grafton Dam can be found to the east-southeast of this location, and of course it will be marked with a quest marker. Once we arrive here, there will be some super mutants, so of course be prepared to fight through them. Now, what we have to do is get inside the dam. For some reason, when I came here, the front door was open, so I just went in that way. But apparently it's meant to be locked. If it is locked when you get here, there is a pipe down near the water, a big red pipe that you can jump into and make your way into Grafton Dam via that very big red pipe. So if you get here and the door's closed, do like Mario and go through the pipe. Now once in here, we will find a series of notes from Freddy. Freddy's Adventure Number 1. Freddy's Secrets. Uncle Otis got me a Grognak game. He's so cool, we got to get inside the dam. Uncle Otis said he was getting us food. I hope he gets pizza. Pizza is cool. I got some candies from a desk. Ha ha ha, free candies. I climbed and hid them. They are all mine. Bobby is gonna be jealous. Uncle Otis lets me do stuff. what is this? We farted in tubes here, and the stinky ones got a prize. I won. I'm the best. Freddy the Great. That is probably one of the strangest things I've ever read in a Fallout game, by the way. So far, Freddy's having some fun. Next, we have Freddy's Adventure number 2. More secret stuff. Uncle Otis got my candies and took them. He said my teeth is gonna rot out. Not fair, Uncle Otis has got gross food. He's all mad now and stopped being fun. I wanna go home and play with my rifle. Jesus. Bam, bam. I'm a good shooter. I got a rat, but now it is dead and no fun. Uncle Otis sucks. I'm gonna get him. I wanna go home and he says no. I want candies and he says no. I wanna fart in the tube and he says no. I'm gonna make traps like Pioneer Scouts said to do in the woods and catch Uncle Otis because I'm the greatest. This kid is unhinged. And finally, we have Freddy's Adventure number 3. Biggest secret. It worked. Uncle Otis got his foot in my trap and slipped where I put the oil. He is so mad and yelling at me. He is stuck upside down now. I showed him. I'm going home. Going home via country roads to the place you belong, West Virginia. So it looks like Freddy got out of Otis's hands and ended up going home, wherever that is. But even more ultimately, we can actually find the body of Uncle Otis, on which is the diary of Otis Pike. More of this diary, still dumb to write it down. October 15, 2077. Checked out the water park where the kid will be in a couple of days. Almost got caught too, but dropped some Grafton Steel Mill protest leaflets to throw people off. October 17, 2077. I knew the kid was a brat, but I had no idea. Maybe this wasn't a great plan. October 18, 2077. We're holed up in the dam. I've got the place locked down tighter than a miser's cupboard, not having much luck with a ransom. It's not like I wanted money, just shut the plant down and get some safety people in there to make it better. October 20, 2077. The kid was having fun with our great adventure. Now all he does is whine and draw rude pictures. I'm not sure who's the captive here. Arthur left a note at the ransom site and said I could keep his kid? He wouldn't shut down the plant. Would let his only son go to save the country from commies. Nice. October 21, 2077. I swear the kid is plotting to kill me. He keeps bumping me when I'm on the catwalk. He was playing with a bit of rope, saying he was practicing his pioneer scouting knots, but I'm pretty sure he was making a noose. And a noose he was making. Uncle Otis Pike was kind of killed by little Freddy Wood. I guess it was unintentional, but it did kill him. Whew, man, this kid's shaping up to be a little twerp. Although he was kidnapped, I mean, what are you gonna do? All those Home Alone movies gotta rub off somewhere, I guess. So now we know what happened to Otis Pike and why he took Freddy, but what happened to Freddy? Well, we actually can find out more if we head to the Woods Estate. Now on the map, the Woods Estate is found just to the south of the water park that we started this whole quest at. It's not in the best shape though. Now once we do get here, we'll want to head up the stairs to the second floor, and there's a desk with a terminal. Don't worry about the terminal, what we want to look at is the desk, inside of which is Freddy's hasty note. Daddy, I can't find you and I'm scared. I hear lots of sirens and a man says I gotta go with him to some secret place now. He said Daddy gave money so I can go to the vault and be safe. Uncle Otis is at the dam. We had a fun time except he was mean so I left him. Where are you? Now this is super interesting because Freddy was taken to a vault. Whether he made it there or not is unknown, but let's say Freddy did make it to one of the vaults. Now there are 4 vaults in Fallout 76. The closest one to this house is Vault 76, the vault that we start in. So, Freddy could be any one of us playing the game, if he made it and if he was taken to Vault 76, which again was closest to this location. Therefore, the most likely one that he would be going to. So that's pretty cool, and I really want to see someone make a character called Freddy and then talk to the Miss Annie and see if she's like, oh my god, it's you, Freddy. But anyway, in a weird way, any one of us playing, I suppose, a male character could be Freddy. Now from here, all we need to do is return to Miss Annie at Wavy Willard's Water Park. She will be in the exact same location as when we found her originally and got the quest from her.
You are done. And my Freddy? This writing. This is Freddy's. His father, he did not want Freddy with the uncle, but so much love Freddy had for him. Oh, mon petit chou. So terrible for my brave boy. This you found at the home? Oh, my poor child. Such fear. The writing says he went to safety before the bombs. This means he could live. Thank you. These things I have found, you must take as a reward.
So we'll get a bunch of different stuff as rewards, but right at the end, when you think you haven't got the weapon, boom, there it is. There she blows, the perfect storm. So now that we have the weapon, let's take a quick look at it. Also keep in mind that I have no perk cards that affect the damage of this gun, so these are its baseline stats. I also have not modded it at all because I hadn't come across any 10mm submachine guns before, therefore I hadn't unlocked any weapon mods for it, so I couldn't mod it out even if I wanted to. So I truly don't know the full potential of this weapon. What we're seeing here, and when I used it in game, it was all with its baseline stats and its baseline mods. Of course, you can increase the damage and the fire rate and all that stuff of this weapon with relevant perk cards and with weapon modifications. So it's completely unperked, unaltered baseline stats that you'll get it at. First of all, the Perfect Storm, it burns targets for 24 damage over 3 seconds. It requires level 10, its condition will come as full, it's got a damage of 14, a ballistic damage that is. It uses the 10mm ammunition, it doesn't say it there, but it does have a magazine size of 30. Of course, you can change this with modifications. It's got a fire rate of 91, no idea what that means. Its range is 120, its accuracy is 60. It's got a weight of 4.5. That's actually really light for such a useful weapon. And it has a value of 96, not that I think you'll be selling this. And actually, whenever I went to a vendor, I was unable to sell anything with a star next to it. So you might even be unable to sell this. And if we have a look on the side there, the current mods, these are all the mods it will come with. The standard receiver, the true short barrel, the standard stock, and the quick magazine. So from using the Perfect Storm, I've concluded a few things. It's a great weapon to use against groups of weaker enemies, as you can just point it in the general direction of what you want to hit, spray and pray, and probably deal some serious damage, especially applying that burn effect to multiple enemies at once. Now it's important to remember that while each bullet deals 14 damage, over 3 seconds, it will then deal an additional 24 points of fire damage. So if each bullet does all it can do, it will inflict 38 points of damage to that target. Now if multiple bullets hit the same target in a row, the burn effect will just be reapplied. It won't stack the effect. So if you just get a single target and unload a whole clip into them, you will not be getting the most you could have out of that 24 points burn damage because it takes 3 seconds for it to fully burn through and do the 24 points of damage. So if you just keep shooting the same enemy, it's just going to keep reapplying it, which is good, but you won't be dealing that massive burn damage that you potentially could do if you shot them a bit slower. And that is why I think this weapon is better used for taking on groups of weaker enemies. You can just unload and aim side to side to apply the burning effect to all of them, burning them down quickly. As you'll see here, using this weapon on a singular stronger enemy is a waste of time and ammunition. The only thing that got burnt was my ammo supply of 10mm rounds. You'd be better using a much more powerful single target oriented weapon. But for those moments when you see 8 scorched or ghouls running at you from the same direction, whip out this baby and light up their day. I would also suggest not using this as your all-purpose weapon. Even if you can get away with it, the fact that it's an automatic weapon, you will burn through your 10mm ammunition really quickly. So the Perfect Storm is definitely not your everyday weapon, but much more of a situational weapon. Of course, you can use it however you want, but after using this thing for about 10 hours in game, that's my conclusion of the weapon. It's situational and great against large groups of weaker enemies, not to be used on singular stronger enemies, or you'll just waste your ammo and waste time where you could be dealing much more single target big hit damage with a different weapon. But that's just my experience of the Perfect Storm, so I'm very interested to hear how you used it, how you modded it out, and how you found it worked best in the game. And with all that said, here it is, the perfect storm in action. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Camel, and this has been my guide for acquiring the unique 10mm submachine gun known as the Perfect Storm. I do hope this video helped you out, and if it did, you will be very interested in checking out my other Fallout 76 videos that I've already done. Links to them can be found down in the description. Now down there, in the old description, you can find links to my social media. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and if you would like to support the channel, be sure to subscribe, or if you want to do it in a more personal way, you can become a patron on Patreon or a sponsor of the channel right here on YouTube. As I'm sure you know, all of my time and energy goes into making these videos that I create for you to enjoy, so your support is most genuinely appreciated and welcomed in any and all forms. So thank you very much for watching, thank you for supporting the channel, and I will see you very shortly in the next video. I'll see you there soon.